Mom, why on earth would you do that to our family picture? Why did you crop me off from the frame? Excuse me? I just got a text from Grandpa right now about the family picture that we all took together during our trip to Hawaii for Grandma and Grandpa's 50th anniversary. He let me know how someone edited it so it looked like I wasn't even there. And apparently it wasn't just one picture, but most of them. Oh my. Silly Grandpa, he didn't have to let you know about that. He said he noticed right away since the center was so off. You made the photographers do this, didn't you? You're the one who spoke with them and chose the pictures for the photo album. Why on earth would you do that? Of course, to make the best album I could with the pictures that I had. Do I even have to talk about how the whole thing would be ruined if you were in it? What? This photo album is for your grandparents' 50th anniversary. Why would I let a mistake like you ruin the whole thing? I just thought it would be better for everyone if you weren't in it. So I told the cameraman in advance to make sure that you were included as little as possible in the photos. Why would you do that? How many times do I have to tell you? Because you're a disappointment, honey. Is this about me being a high school graduate again? Who cares? I paid for most of the expenses of the trip itself. If anything, I should be appreciated more than everyone else. I haven't paid for the cost of putting this album together. You paid for everything, so what? Do you think that gives you the authority to talk back to me? What do you mean? You shouldn't get so full of yourself just because you paid for one small trip. Do you know how much money went to waste for your academic fees? The cost of this trip wouldn't even pay for a fraction of what we paid to raise you into an elite human being. We let you attend a private school from preschool to high school, for God's sake. But what do you do in return? You get rejected from all the best colleges and end up becoming a failure. Do you think I got rejected from all those schools on purpose? I had a fever on the day of the national test. I tried my best and still fainted during it. What else was I supposed to do? We're 2 adults now and you have no business in bringing that up again. Shut up! You don't deserve to be talking to me like that right now after betraying us like that. And you sure as hell don't deserve to be a part of the family album, so stop complaining. I'm so glad your little brother came out different than you. Valedictorian from Harvard University. It's like a dream come true to have a son like him. I made sure that Kevin had twice the amount of pictures taken than everyone else so he could fill in space that you left blank. How could you say that to your own daughter? If anything, you're the reason that I ended up getting a fever on the day of the exam. You dragged me out with you on the day before when I begged you to let me stay at home because I didn't want to risk getting sick. But you forced me to go to church in that blizzard. Are you being serious right now? You're blaming your failure on your own mother? I really can't believe this. You're pathetic. Whatever. Talking to you is a complete waste of time anyways. I'll make up some excuse to Grandpa and Grandma so that they'll stop questioning. But don't try to pull a stunt like this anymore. I don't care no matter how much you hate me, but you're causing trouble for people who have absolutely nothing to do with this.
Laura, do you have a minute? I just wanted to apologize for making you pay for the whole trip that we went on a while ago. I had no idea until Mom told me a minute ago. I'll pay a portion of it. So can you let me know about the specific costs?
It's fine, Kevin. Don't worry about it. Besides, I don't have the time or energy to deal with Mom again if she finds out that I made you pay.
But you just paid for the dinner that we went to on Mom and Dad's anniversary the other day. I know that it cost you at least $1,000 for the 4 of us.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that happened. I've been treated like an ATM machine by Mom for the last few years, so I've gotten used to all of this.
But $1,000? How do you forget about that? Whatever. Just let me pitch in at least half of what you paid. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that you're paying for all of that on your own.
Are you sure? Half of what I paid is about $5,000. It might be a little much for you.
5,000? It cost you $10,000 to plan that trip?
Mom told me to make it as flashy as possible, so that's what I did. I even rented a limousine for Grandma and Grandpa, remember? The hotel that we stayed at was a 5-star hotel. And of course all the meals were super gourmet. I'd say it's pretty obvious that the cost of 6 people for a trip like that would cost that much.
I really was intending to stick to my word. Don't get me wrong. But could you please let me wait until the next opportunity to pay for half of the check?
Of course. Look, you don't even have to pay anything. It already means a lot that you at least want to help in some way.
No way. I have to pay at least something. I can't just make my sister take all of this on her own. But I just got an engagement ring for my fiancé, and I don't have much money at the moment, that's all.
An engagement ring? You proposed to Kelly?
Surprise! She said yes, so we're officially getting engaged this year.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping to tell everyone on the trip, but I got a little too drunk and missed the opportunity.
Oh yeah, I saw Mom telling you to eat and drink more the whole time we were there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm paying you no matter what. I'll give you half of whatever event that comes next no matter what, and I'll make sure you won't have to handle it all on your own. I'm tired of seeing Mom treat you wrong and forcing you to pay for everything.
Thanks, Kevin. But if that's the case, then I want to pay for everything. I'm sure you two are going to have a lot to pay for after the wedding and the ring and all of that. You and I both know that you don't have the capability to be paying for an expensive family trip right now.
But if you keep accepting payments like this, you're not going to be able to keep up at some point. And Mom won't change her horrible attitude towards you no matter what Dad and I say. The least I can do is help you out a little in secret.
I have a good idea. If you want to help me out so badly, then we can go out for lunch next month. You can pay for that. Oh, make sure to bring Kelly with you too.
Of course, we can do that. Kelly was wanting to see you for a while now too, so it'll be a great opportunity for us to bond. I won't hesitate to use everything I have left to pay for this lunch.
We can just go to Olive Garden or something. Anyways, ask Kelly about her schedule and send me a date whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Laura, have you heard the news? Kevin's finally getting married to Kelly. They just came over to our house yesterday to announce it. You seem really excited, Mom. Of course I'm excited. I've been dreaming of this day for so long. Kelly is also a Harvard graduate with elite genetics. She works for NASA. How could I not be excited to have such an amazing person in our family? My son works for a megatech company and my daughter works for NASA. I can't believe this. It's all a dream come true. Wow, I'm sure that'll be all over national television. Whatever, don't be so jealous. And don't even think about getting in the way of any of this in any way, do you understand? You're going to stay at your house for the whole day on the wedding day. I swear on God if I see you there. What? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Why would a high school graduate like you be allowed to attend the wedding with such amazing people? You're the embarrassment of our family. You need to know your place. Mom! I think you're going too far with this whole elite thing. Do you think someone's educational background is more important than the fact that they're family? Of course I do. I'm only saying these things because it benefits you too. What? You're going to feel like the odd one out if you go to a wedding with a high school certificate. I'm sure all of Kelly's relatives and her family are also elite, so you'll have too much trouble keeping up with their conversations since they're too smart for you. That's just nonsense. Say what you want to say, just know that you'll be a burden to everyone, so you shouldn't bother coming. Just imagine making all of our guests breathe the same air as an idiot like you.
Well, you don't have to worry about my wedding, because it's already done.
What?
Yeah, it just ended. Just now. It was a massive success, so there's nothing for you to worry about, Mom. I'll be sure to send the photo album to your address later, so you can see it there.
What? What do you mean by your wedding? Who's on the other side of the screen right now? And what do you mean the wedding already ended?
Kevin, of course. I meant exactly what I said. The wedding just ended a minute ago.
What? What do you mean the wedding already ended a minute ago? The two of you barely announced that you were getting married yesterday!
Oh yeah, that was all part of the plan to make sure that you don't come today. But then again, I thought it would be harsh to not even tell you that we were getting married. So we decided that we would have the wedding on the day after telling you. So there's no way you'd come.
Why would you do that? I'm your mother! Who doesn't invite their parents to their wedding? I gave birth to you! I deserve to go!
All I cared about was to have an amazing wedding, where everyone had a great time. So I did invite you. A dumb high school graduate.
What?
What do you mean by what? You should know. I'm just repeating the lines you were saying to Laura earlier. High school graduates aren't allowed to come to my wedding, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I went to college.
Yeah, but you didn't graduate, did you? Grandpa told me on the trip.
What?
Yeah, you got pregnant with Laura while you were still in college, right? And that's why you left before graduating and got married. That makes you the same as Laura, a high school graduate. The audacity that you have to make fun of her for that is just insane.
That's way different than not getting in at all. I got accepted into a college, which means I have what it takes to be an elite. It's different from Laura's case being denied by every college that she applied to.
Look at yourself, making all of these excuses. Through the eyes of us elites, you two are no different. But I guess you really want to think that you're better than your own daughter. Why would a son want to bring a mother like that to his wedding?
How could you say that to me?
The reason you're so obsessed with education is that you're insecure about yourself being a high school graduate, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate you for spending all the money and effort that you did to help me to get this far in my life. But neither I nor Laura ever asked you to do that for us. You just forced your values onto us, and you dehumanized your own daughter like it was her fault. I wouldn't want someone who put us through that to be there on the happiest day of my life.
Honey!
That's why I, myself, made the decision not to invite you today. Kelly knows all about this whole thing, so do Dad, Laura, and our grandparents. Every single one of them told me that it was up to me because it was my wedding.
How could you do all of this to me? I was more excited for this wedding than anyone else. You disregard everything I've done for you because I'm a high school graduate?
Right back at you, Mom. Every single day, I saw you harass your own daughter because of her educational background. What gives you the right to complain about it when it's done to you?
This clearly isn't just about an educational background. Otherwise, why would Laura be there? If I don't get to go, neither should she.
Laura's a special case. As a representative of the elite community, we thoroughly examined her and took into account that she owns her own company. Oh, and also the fact that she's actually a respectable, kind, and sensible person.
Wait, what do you mean by owns her own company?
I figured you knew nothing about this. The same daughter who you ridiculed for not having graduated a college has her own business. Regardless of the fact that she didn't go to college, she's the employer of several employees who have. And she's making an insane amount of money doing it as well.
What?
Your daughter is doing amazing things in this world, despite the odds. And here you are, thinking that the college that a person graduates from is their only meaningful characteristic. Even though you two are both high school graduates, your emotional depths are so different. I concluded that Laura was indeed a moral and social elite, so I allowed her to come to the wedding.
You're lying. How would a letdown like her ever be able to run her own company? There's no way she's capable of doing that.
Say what you want, but that's the reality. Well then, see you, Mom. Enjoy the album. I'm sure you'll get it by next week.
Explain this whole thing right now! Do you really own your own company? Yes, and I've never hidden it from you. In fact, I explained this to you several times before. But judging from your reaction, I guess you were never listening. What? How do you think I afforded the $10,000 trip that we went on the other day? And the restaurant that we went to on your anniversary with Dad? I wouldn't be able to afford things like that if I was just a normal office worker. But you're supposed to be the disappointment of the family. How much money are you making? Not that I expect much from you, probably just some small company selling random things. You're on the verge of going out of business, aren't you? I mean, you're right about it being a small company, but we're doing pretty well. We pay at least $40,000 annually to each employee. I made about $150,000 last year, and I'm on course to make $200,000 this year. What? How are you making more than Kevin? I mean, I own my own company, so... But I'm quitting by next year. I'm going to start going to college. What? It's not Harvard, but it's the school that I wanted to go to. I studied while running the company and got lucky. Company is finally running steadily, so I'm going to take a break from that and become a student. Which means I've actually been accepted by a university as well, so we're officially on the same level now. I guess you can't harass me anymore. And I'll be above. Wait, but that would mean that I'm the only high school graduate in the whole family. This is unacceptable. Withdraw the application right now. What? You're not fit to be above me like that. How dare you try to make a fool out of me? You're the disappointment of the family. Are you hearing yourself? I'm your daughter. You know what? I think it's a good time to say goodbye. Let's go separate ways. What? Don't ever show yourself to me again, and I won't either. And don't ever come begging me to help you after retirement. Wait! Why would you say that to your own mother? You just wanted someone below you to make fun of. Just so you didn't feel as insecure about yourself, right? Well, I'm not a stress ball. I mean, what kind of mother makes fun of her own child for not getting into college and yells at her to withdraw from admissions when they finally make it? You're not my mother anymore. Yes, I am. And your job as a child is to support her parents after they retire. You can take care of us, and Kevin can fly high onto bigger and better things. Even your life plan is BS. Whatever. Goodbye, Mom. Never talk to me again, got it? Wait! Look, I was wrong for telling you to withdraw admissions. That was too far, and I apologize. So could you please ask some professor to help get me in with you? Idiot. Well then, see you never. I'll be sure to study for both of us in my dream school. I heard the mom was called out by my grandparents and was asked carefully about whether she really did the things I accused her of, which she did. As a result, her own parents were deeply shocked about the harassment she made me face throughout my lifetime. My mom ended up getting disowned by her own parents. After hearing that, I heard that she rushed to call Kevin and begged for reassurance that he cared still. But the elite couple of the century told her that they were way too busy doing elite things to care for a high school graduate like her.
Nice to meet you, Sophia. I think it's going to be a short relationship, but pleased to meet you. Sophia, don't ignore me. Richard's wife. Hey.
Oh, are you Richard's friend? I'm sorry, he never told me about you. Are you from the company? I'm terribly sorry.
Not at all. It's okay. But I'm not his friend. Girlfriend.
Huh? Girlfriend? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about.
You don't understand? Girlfriend?
Well, what do you mean by girlfriend?
A girlfriend is a girlfriend. I'm dating Richard. I'm getting frustrated with your lack of understanding.
Uh-huh. Wait a minute. You know I'm his wife.
Obviously.
I don't think you're the one to lose your temper here. Can you explain to me what a mistress has to do with the wife?
You're saying pretty terrible things. Okay, I'll explain. I was fooled by him at first. Every time I see him, he tells me he loves me. That I am the only one. He even asked me to marry him. I didn't know my favourite Richard had a wife. That he doesn't see me on weekends, even if I ask. It's the same for Christmas and New Year's holidays.
Then you finally realized he's married.
Yes, when I asked him, he said he had a wife named Sophia.
And you didn't feel sorry for yourself and think about breaking up with him?
Huh? How could I think that? You guys should break up. Richard loves me. He tells me that every time we see each other.
You poor thing.
Huh?
He says the same line to me. Maybe he's telling other women too.
What? Anyway, you divorce Richard.
No. I just got married to Richard. I'm not going to divorce him just because you told me to.
You're so sure of yourself.
How long have you guys been dating?
It's been almost a year. I'm thinking of getting him to divorce his wife as a gift for our first anniversary.
I married him about a year ago. Do you really want to marry a man who, at the same time, is having an affair with another woman?
Huh? What a sore loser. If you get married and get cheated on at the same time, it's because you're not attractive. You're frustrated because he cheated on you with a younger woman. Richard doesn't love you. It's ugly that an unloved old woman would cling to a man. Break up now.
Oh my goodness, you're just saying what you want to say.
Well, I'm counting on it. Hey, Sophia. What do you mean you're not divorced yet? Hey, answer me.
So annoying. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? What are you talking about? I told you to divorce him. Why haven't you?
I said it before, didn't I? I'm newly married, and I can't divorce that easily. Are you stupid?
Hey, who's stupid? Richard says he's getting divorced. You just don't want to get divorced. I told you not to cling to him so miserably.
I never hear from Richard about wanting a divorce. Anyway, the wedding is in a month, and your fussing isn't going to get us a divorce.
Huh? Wedding? What's that? A wedding in a month? Yes, that's right.
It's almost ready, so I can't divorce now. If you get it, please just give up.
Rest assured, the wedding will be between me and Richard.
He and I searched the venue together, consulted with the wedding planner, and booked the wedding. You are so brazen to have a wedding instead.
Don't worry about it. You can get divorced without worrying about anything. You're the one who's giving up.
You... Come on.
Cut me some slack. Just because you're registered with him, don't get so high and mighty. Even if you don't get divorced, I'll still be with Richard. I'm being kind telling you that. A couple that's just a formality won't last long. You should break up with him right away for your sake.
Yes. Thank you for your advice. I don't need advice from my husband's cheating partner. Don't contact me again.
How dare you? Hey! Listen! Hey, Sophia, what are you doing keeping me waiting for a week? I told you to divorce him right away, didn't I?
Oh, I told you not to contact me again, right?
I don't want to contact you either. It's because you're so lazy. How long are you going to keep me waiting?
Right now, Richard and I are talking about you and about the divorce. It's not that easy to come to a conclusion. When to divorce is our business, not yours. You stay out of it.
I'm involved too. Richard is getting divorced for me. If you don't divorce him, I can't marry Richard. It's annoying.
Annoying? How could you say that? Anyway, stay out of the married couple's discussion. If you want to get married, wait until the divorce is finalized.
Married couples discussions. You just want to say married couple. What are you two married couples? Your relationship has been cold from the very beginning. Enough! I'll force you to divorce him.
You can't force that, can you?
I didn't mean to go this far. It's your fault. Because you're not going to divorce him. I'm pregnant with Richard's child.
Do you want to marry him for such a lie?
It's not a lie. Don't you feel sorry for the child not having a father?
Are you really pregnant?
Well, I found out yesterday that I am pregnant with his baby. I'm happy. How about you? You don't have children and you aren't pregnant. Wrong?
Well, I don't have children. Did you hear that from Richard?
You know that my baby and I need him more than you do, right? I just heard about the wedding from Richard. He said the ceremony is going to be just the two of you with no guests. Lovely. Now do you understand? I need Richard and the wedding, not you. Oh, I hope you just give it to me. All you have to do is get divorced. It's that simple, right?
Yes, that might be good. I'll give it to you, Richard and the wedding.
Really? Seriously? I'm so happy. You're not going to say you change your mind, will you?
I'm tired of talking to you. I have no lingering feelings for someone who would have an affair from the beginning of our marriage.
Really? Really? Not only him, but also the wedding? Seriously? Supreme! Generous! Thank you, Sophia. I'm impressed. I promise. I'll be happy for you.
Yes, have a healthy baby and a happy family. Good luck. I'm rooting for you too.
I'm sorry for being so harsh. You're kind and nice.
Not really. If he has a baby, he might change his mind.
Morning, Sophia. Sophia, don't ignore me.
You're making a lot of noise. What do you want?
Do you remember what day it is?
Today? I don't know.
Oh my God. You do remember, don't you? It's me and Richard's wedding day.
Oh, it was today. It's been a month since then. It's fast. Are you preparing for the wedding right now?
Yes. This is a great wedding venue. The costumes are perfect and the atmosphere is great. Richard decided on this place? Or you?
I mostly made the decision, but Richard agreed.
You have good taste.
Nice place, right?
Yes, it's so gorgeous and heavenly. Sorry. You were supposed to be here now. But you don't have to be sad. I'll enjoy it for you.
I'm glad you liked it. It's worth $30,000, isn't it?
$30,000? This place costs that much? Sophia, I'm really sorry. You paid $30,000 for us?
I've changed the billing address to you two.
Huh? Billing?
You're paying the bill.
What are you talking about? You. Weddings are usually paid in advance, right?
So I talked to the planner and got her to change the payment to a later date.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie. That's the contract. You should check it.
Wait. $30,000. That's too much. We don't have any guests.
As you mentioned earlier, the ceremony hall itself is new and popular, so it's expensive. I consulted with the planner and chose the best time and day. I asked for the highest ranked albums and videos. You have 5 good photographers who shoot and edit with the best equipment. Lovely, isn't it?
No, I think it's lovely, but... Yes, Richard. He was originally going to be at the ceremony, so he'll pay for it, right?
I don't know. I don't think he has that kind of money.
It's my wedding. He'll pay, I promise.
Shouldn't you talk about it before the ceremony? It's the day, and you can't cancel it now, but otherwise you'll regret it later.
Oh my, another sore loser at a time like this. Oh, the planner is calling. Back to the preparations. See you. Hey, Sophia, I got a bill of $30,000. What are you going to do about it? Richard doesn't have that much either. You can't just force me to pay. You made such a ridiculously expensive plan, so pay half.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't see the point of paying for a wedding I didn't even have.
Oh, I can't pay $15,000 even if I split with Richard.
Oh, by the way, the alimony you will pay is set at $10,000. I'll charge you, so pay properly.
What? Even $15,000 is impossible. Where did $10,000 come from? It's too expensive. I won't pay for that.
$10,000 is within the market range.
How much will Richard's alimony be if I am $10,000? Well, $15,000. About $21,000.
I'm sorry you're doing the math, but Richard is a spendthrift. Don't count on him. If you don't work hard, you're going to fall together, okay?
Hey, what? Now you're going to talk bad about him? Richard and I love each other. We'll get over the money problem. You're taking the blame on us because you weren't happy yourself.
He's going to be unemployed soon. Erica, good luck supporting him.
What do you mean by unemployed? What do you mean?
Oh, didn't you hear from Richard? He was having an affair not only with you, but also a woman he worked with. He got fired from his job when they found out. He'll be unemployed when the handover is over.
Seriously? He...
It seems that the woman he worked with was also married. It's hard to pay alimony.
Wait a minute. I don't know what you mean. The woman he works with? Alimony?
Are you panicking? Yes, I'm afraid I didn't expect a three-way. The husband of that woman seems to be very angry. I heard that he is charging a lot of alimony. From now on, you're both in debt, but if you love each other that much, it looks okay. Get through it with the power of love.
Wait. I don't know. What are you talking about? I haven't heard anything from him. A woman besides me? He said he loved me, even at the wedding. He said it a lot. Those words were all lies.
Anyway, all you can do is pay in full. Wedding and alimony, you'd better pay early. As I said, Richard is a spender. Will you be paying for him?
Don't tease me like that. I can't afford alimony, let alone a wedding without savings. And what does it mean he's unemployed? He is useless. I won't forgive him.
Even if you find out that Richard is a piece of waste, you still have to pay the ceremony fee and alimony.
Hey, can you forgive me? I'm also paying for the wedding. I didn't plan, so will you do without alimony? Hey, please.
You don't know anything. You and Richard had the wedding, right? You two deserve to pay.
Well, you set the plan.
You're the one who got married. As for the alimony, you had an affair with Richard, so you deserve to pay that too, right? If you really don't want to,
If I don't,
I can take you to court.
it's even worse. I don't really know about trials and it sounds difficult and scary, you know? Absolutely no. Hey, Sophia, will you forgive me? I'll give you back Richard. I think I did something really wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. Forgive me. Sophia, I'm so sorry. I'll do anything if you forgive me.
No thanks. I don't want to be involved with you or Richard anymore. I'm going to delete your contact information.
Wait a minute, please. Ah.
I deleted Erica and Richard's contact information shortly after that. Those two seemed to have gotten into a big fight because of Richard's other woman, and they were on the verge of catastrophe. But while they were doing that, it seems she really got pregnant. They've registered for the baby, and they're living together. Well, it was a predatory marriage after an affair, so it seems that no one around helped them, even their family. That's right. It's hard to give birth, raise an infant, work, and pay off debts. Richard still seems unreliable, and I'm glad she took that plague in. You're a good person, Erica. I'm grateful.